Now, I want you to think very, very carefully, Mr. Cole. For that 2-week period, you said you withdrew $1,472 because your wife, who has custody of your 3 children, was using that money for other things. So I'd like you to itemize those other things. What was she using the money for that made you feel so entitled to? Take out $1,472. I don't know exactly what it was for. Well, I mean, was she using it for? Just a second. Did you see money coming out for a sprate and or for breast augmentation? No, then I'd like you to tell me what these other things were that triggered in your mind an entitlement to remove funds from an account that a judge had said to you, don't touch. It was the attorneys that said, don't touch. Fine, attorneys, yours and hers. You said she was taking money out of the account and you wanted to get your share before it disappeared. So you've just changed your statement. Your first statement was that she was taking money out of the account for things she shouldn't have been. That's a big difference. Now you're not saying she spent it on frivolous things. Just that she spent it. It could have been for other things, but you don't know what they were. So I'd like you to tell me how much money she took out of the account. It was probably in the realm of a few $100s. No, 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 no. How much did you send for the support of your children in the month of July? I don't have that paperwork in front of me. Well, where did you think you were coming today? The beach? We were coming too. Wait a second. Where did you think you were coming? You were coming to the beach? No, this is all leading up to what happened on the date in question. And let me be clear, if you've ever watched this program, you understand I'm an ecumenical abuser. If I think that she did the wrong thing by going to your mother E's house because something was wrong with a check, I'll let her have it. But right now, I'm not getting a good vibe from your side. First, you tell me that you touched money that you weren't supposed to touch because she was using it for things she shouldn't have. That triggers in my mind, if I didn't ask the next question, an image of her going to get gels on her nails instead of supporting your 3 children who are 15, 13, and 11. And you can't even support 3 goldfish on $1,400 a month, do you understand? Yes, okay, so I don't want you to think for a second that they are living high at the Ritz on your $1,400 a month, a payment which, by the way, you didn't even make in full in July. So let's revisit your story. She's using money for things she shouldn't. She took out some money. How much? I don't remember, a couple hundred. That was half of the balance of the tax return that was left in the account. Okay, is it correct that in August half of the refund had already been utilized by you too? So when you went to sit down to discuss the stipulation, you took the tax refund and used it for marital debt? What marital debt? Since he had left, there were utility bills that weren't paid. The rent that was due. Was that discussed in the stipulation, that part of the tax refund check would be used for that? Yes, that's a very easy phone call to the lawyers. Mr. Cole, do you recall that at the stipulation settlement meeting, it was agreed that part of the refund check would be used for marital debt? Absolutely. So she used part of that money to pay for water, rent, utilities, and so on. And what was left there in that little pot was about $2,900, which both of you were explicitly told not to touch. But you did, after she did. No, no, she didn't. What she's saying is she used that money for pre-approved expenses, unless you can tell me that she got gels on her nails twice a week. I asked you a very specific question, and the question was, what did she spend the money on that was not marital debt that had already been discussed with both of your lawyers? She spent it on rent and utilities. We're not talking about a lot of money here. Okay, I got you. I now get who we are and where we're going with this. Now you can sit down. Now you can leave your mother all by herself.